Well, good morning, and it's Saturday morning, and this morning we have one flubber and both rhinoceroses and 4 bones in the living room, as well as the tennis ball. Amazing. Well, hello everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal, and as you can see, my ferns are definitely dying, which means that the weather has turned. The good news is I still have a few geraniums that are blooming there, and these are doing really well considering it's mid-November, but they are sheltered, so that's why I keep them here. At least it gives me a little bit of colour. I'm off to go and have, well, why don't I say hello? Okay. Good. And I'm going to take you along with me, of course, and I'll chat to you. Oh, well, why don't I just get in the car and talk to you as I do it all, right? You're all used to this anyway. And here I am praying that I don't disconnect the camera like I did one time. You know I've got to check that, right? Hang on. I've got to check, but I didn't. No, we're still good. Okay. I'll never forgive myself for the day I did that. I did a whole vlog all the way to work, and had managed to turn off the camera. Well, it's a great day. I feel energized, which means I must have had a good night's sleep. We had a fun time on the broadcast last night. Let me just give you a rain check here. Weather check. It's 6 degrees Canadian, 42 American. But we know that the nights are getting cooler. Definitely getting cooler. I'm certain they're cooler where you are. And some of you I know have already had snow. And some of us who sit here just smile about that and remind you that's why we live in British Columbia. So, we had a fun broadcast last night. It's always nice when all the regulars come in, and it was great. We got to see Ozzy Becker. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ozzy Becker is very dear to my heart because she, along with Emily, were basically at my very first broadcasts way back when, and so they will always have this very warm place in my heart. Nobody will ever be able to replace them for that. The same as Ange from downstairs was my very first subscriber, only because I ran downstairs and forced her to do that. I'm certain you understand. Could you go any slower, sir? I think the Lexus is known for going more than 2. Oh, beg your pardon, it's a ma'am. Anyway, well, forget this. There's a limit to my patience. So, Ozzy Becker came in and said hello, which was just wonderful. I mean, really wonderful for me. Because I don't know if you realize this, Ozzy Becker, but every time I see you pop in, my heart goes back to those days when I hadn't the fuckiest idea what I was doing, and I know some of you are going, and she still doesn't, but you know, it's like I can just remember that so well, and I was so scared to do those broadcasts. I don't care how much experience I had talking in front of big crowds, it didn't matter. It was just so darn scary because is anybody was fun. Is anybody going to talk to me? It's nothing worse than nobody talking to you. So I love it when Ozzy Becker comes in, and she's just finishing her schoolwork, and guess what? Her finals actually, and what was amazing? Guess what she's doing her last exam in? Psychology. And guess what she's going to be talking about in that exam? Emotional intelligence. So was that a coincidence? I wonder. I'm looking all these very good homeowners busy raking the crud off their front driveways and things. I guess I'm going to have to get out with the old leaf blower and do something intelligent. It'll be exercise, right? So anyway, we had lots of fun last night as usual, and even Glenn popped in to say hello. That was a nice change. So we enjoyed that, and luckily I took a deep breath and asked him a question I've been dying to ask him if he ever came in. And he gave me an answer that worked. So I was very, very grateful. I wrote and thanked him this morning. So it was a good, fun thing. And for those of you who are still thinking about maybe you'd like to join the broadcast, or thinking that I'm not sure whether I should because my cam doesn't work, or who cares? You know, we're not big into that stuff. I mean, the main thing is come join us, listen in, laugh a lot. They spent a lot of time making fun of me, so, you know, you get to laugh a lot. The respect that you hear on the comments for the vlogs, or some of them, not from obviously people like Manon, but, you know, you'll find that the broadcasts are a lot more casual. They get a lot of joy out of making fun of me. And so I learned to just go with the flow until Roseanne scares the life out of me, as she did yesterday. I tell you something, I was so close to using a word that you don't want to hear me say on public type things. It was very close, Roseanne. And I know that, hi little one. And I know that that would have made you laugh. There's a cute little kid in the car next door, and she's got red gloves on, and Mummy's talking to her about not waving to strangers. She has such a cute smile. Oh, so have I. That's probably why I was drawn to it. Anyway. So I got a really nice comment today from one of the viewers who was thanking me for the fact that every day I get in the car and she's got it worked out that every day I try and get people hopefully to laugh and to make them think, and then most days I also challenge them to do something. So that's a pretty astute person. Whoever that person was, you know, look in the mirror today and just go, I'm a smart cookie. Because yes, actually I do try and do that. Even if I don't do it intentionally, I think it's nature for me. I remember Jen, you know, the old married lady now, the one that got married last week, Jen saying to me that she loves the way that I start stuff off on a topic, talk around all sorts of ways to Sunday, and then at the end tie it all up in a bow and finish the vlog. Well, thank you. I just love it that you guys enjoy my lack of style. And who knew that this was going to be such fun to do, driving the car? And you know, there are a couple of haters out there that hate the fact that I vlog while I drive the car. Well, get over it. So yesterday we were talking a bit about a 10-minute challenge. Now, for those of you who don't know, anybody can join the 10-minute challenge. And the 10-minute challenge is just about, we've all got something to do that's huge and we don't want to do it. Now, for Manon, it is her bedroom, and for Sal, it is her bedroom. For Ashley, it's her arts and crafts closet. Jen, I can't remember what she said. You know, the old married lady. Jen had something. Leslie had something as well. Anyway, I can't remember them all. But what we all decided was that we'd put up a challenge once a day, and all you have to do is 10 minutes. Do you have the discipline to just go and quickly do 10 minutes? And if you have, then you can come back and report. I'm putting it up on Facebook. So, for example, this morning, I decided just to put up the 10-minute challenge at the top, and then I rushed around like a mad thing, hauling some of my summer clothes out of my closet in my bedroom, and putting them in cubies to go store away for the winter, because any chance of wearing those clothes again for another 6 months are slim to none, unless I happen to go on vacation, which I'm not planning. But you never know. So, but 10 minutes goes by remarkably quickly, and you will be amazed how much you can get done in 10 minutes. So the trick is, we're just going to keep the 10-minute challenge up. I'll put it up every day on the Facebook page. And so all you need to do is just put your version on the end. In other words, I'll put up the challenge, and then somewhere in the comments I'll put what I've done. And if you notice, whenever you watch this, it'll be on yesterday's Facebook page. You will see that I put in brackets what I'm trying to achieve, in other words, tidy up my bedroom. And then I put what I did in those 10 minutes. And it actually surprised me how many bits I got rid of in 10 minutes. It was quite surprising, and I felt good. Felt really good. Now, I'm on a bit of a mission right now, because first thing, great achievement this morning. I got up, and thanks to Glenn's comment, I managed to get Laurie's own computer connecting to the internet. And it's a great hint, by the way, for those of you who weren't there to hear what the problem was or what the answer was. What had happened was Laurie's computer used to work connecting to my internet, and then her computer she managed to download a virus that did a real number on her computer. I managed to get a friend of mine to fix that for her. And so we got, which really took a lot of scrubbing of that computer, but we got it scrubbed, got it clean, and then we went to go and reconnect her to the internet, and guess what? It wouldn't. And it kept having a little cow about network adapters and all sorts of words that, you don't want to see because you're not 100% sure what the heck it's talking about. And so whilst Glenn was online, I asked him, and to the fact I'd been in there and tried just about everything I could think of, what could he recommend? And he said something that, makes you roll your eyes at yourself and think, why didn't I think of that? Well, it's because you're not as smart as he is why. But what he suggested was that I disable, remove the two networks, mine and Yvonne's from downstairs, because both those get picked up on her computer. So this morning, that's what I did. So we disconnected both networks, mine and Yvonne's. For some reason, it didn't pick Yvonne's back up again, but it did pick mine up again, which is awesome. So at least she has a connection now with her computer. Now, she wasn't without a computer because I lent her my backup computer. Excuse me, Mr. Weatherman, you told me no rain today, so I'm not wearing a raincoat. And what's that wet stuff on my windshield? God is spitting at me. And I'm going to have my hair done. I'll get over it, Sal, really. Okay, where was I? So I'm on a mission. So that was my achievement for first thing this morning. I've got half the stuff ready for dinner out, thawing. Those of you who want to know what we're up to for dinner, well, it's really interesting because neither Yvonne nor Ange will be there for dinner tonight, but Wade will. Now, Wade loves lamb, but I found out that Laurie doesn't, of course. And I say of course, I mean she doesn't. And so, part of you can go, what a pity. Whereas I went, not a problem. So I said to Laurie, go to the freezer, pick any piece of meat that you want. In other words, do you want pork? Do you want chicken? Do you want steak? Yeah, because there's some of everything in there. Not much, but there's some of everything. Well, actually a lot. Right, you saw the drawers full. So I said, just pick whatever you want. So she decided to have a steak. So there was a small steak in there, so she's going to have that. And then Wade and I are going to have lamb chops with mint sauce. And I'm going to do mashed potato out of a box, the good stuff. And probably peas and carrots, because they're easy to do. And very easy to do if I steam them while I'm cooking everything else, as you saw last week. But I am going shopping, so I might find something that I like the look of better, like maybe Brussels sprouts or something. We're getting into that time of the year, aren't we? So I'm going to have my hair done. Thank you for stopping the rain, God. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Now blow the clouds away somewhere else so I don't get my hair cut and then have rain on it, if you don't mind. Okay, so then I'm going to have my hair done, go to the bank, put my salary in, rush across the road, not rush, go across the road, do the shopping for the week, go home, cook dinner, eat dinner, and get ready for the broadcast. So it's going to be a busy sort of afternoon. So I'm really looking forward to that. Well, I believe it's all doable within the time frame. You know, I don't think any of it's going to be a huge rush. So, and it sure beats sitting around doing nothing for today. Well, part of me goes, which I'd probably rather be doing. I didn't even sleep in late this morning. I sort of woke up quite early and went and made a coffee early, 6 o'clock or something, and then went back to sleep for a couple of hours, woke up again at 8, didn't get dressed, you know, I just mooch around and check the emails and see how everybody's doing and see the nasty comments Manon has left, you know, because she leaves me very nasty comments, that girl. It's a good job I know she loves me. And then corrects my French, which is what I expect her to do, because I'm always correcting her English. The difference is she speaks brilliant English and I speak non-existent French. And so I just sort of didn't do much for the morning. And then it was so cute because Yvonne came up with Ange from downstairs, and Ange is going to a big black tie event in downtown Vancouver tonight, and she had this gorgeous black dress that she bought to wear for tonight, and they needed my, I guess we'd have to call it the elegance opinion, so that's a great compliment to me, that they wanted to know something. And so they came up for my elegance information, which I thought was really cute. But she really did look quite stunning. And I know you're wondering, why didn't I take a picture? Well, now that I'm talking about it, I'm also asking myself the same question. And that would be because I'm a doofus. But it really, really was cute. So, and I hope that she has a wonderful time. So obviously we're into the Christmas party season already. That's scary, isn't it? Really scary. And as you can probably see, I am where I need to be, which is at my hairdresser's. I always drive to the back of the building. I never go in the front door. Don't ask me why. I always go in the back door like the staff do, and I sometimes grab myself a coffee. Listen, I've been coming to this hairdresser for over, it must be nearly 22, 23 years, you know. I'm entitled to be part of the furniture. I'm also have been known to actually sweep up hair when I get bored and do things like that. So they sort of get used to me, you know what I mean? Like you have. So you're looking good today. Did I tell you that? Well done. All right. I will be back at you with shorter hair, not much. I'm not going to let it take much off because I think it's looking quite nice, actually, just as it is. So we're going to have a very small trim because I've got to come back again in about 4 weeks just before Christmas. So don't want to take too much off. This is Dear Mama Sal saying, check in with you later. Bye for now. So now it's 5:22 and I've been out shopping. So now we've got the outside two, there and there, are the real bones. There are the two rawhide bones. We've got one rhinoceros, two rhinoceros, and the ball, which makes me wonder, where's Flubber? Flubber's obviously up guarding the food bowl. There's Flubber. Got it. Okay, everything's good.